Good morning vlog and welcome to episode 22 of DAILYCEE. I really wanted to say thank you so much for the support on yesterday's video on eating 6,000 calories. If you didn't see it, link is in the description. Check it out. It was a roller coaster of emotion, pain, suffering, the worst. So I'm really glad you guys enjoyed it. But today we're just gonna take it a little easy, still not feeling the best, a little better, but not the best after yesterday's donuts. I don't think I'll be eating that much at all today. I think I'm pretty full for a while, but we're gonna get in some good bio, we'll have a discussion on that, and we'll just see how this day goes, so stay tuned. I just got in a good Pomodoro session, and again, if you're not doing Pomodoro sessions, just set a timer for 25 minutes, focus on one specific task, and it helps you get a lot of work done throughout the day. I've been trying to connect my K through 12 science framework. It's the Pennsylvania Science Standards for teaching science, and I'm trying to connect what the state standards for science education are to what I'm learning and studying in my biology text and things that I've learned about bio just over time naturally. And I think it's just really a good idea to try and make as many connections to the information you're trying to learn so it kind of sticks in your brain a little longer. And I've been using this pretty cool website called Rome Research. There's going to be a link to the site and to an article about it. And it pretty much works on this idea of what's called mind mapping, or creating a concept map. Many people, whether they made one themselves or had to do one in school, just creating a kind of web of ideas. And this is just more linked to how our brains work, this network of ideas. I know that I have many different interests in many different areas, and being able to create strong connections between all that information definitely solidifies it in my brain a little bit easier. So going through what the state finds important in terms of science education and what people need to know about the field of science, and what I'm learning in studying biology for myself, and I can take what these state standards say and relate it to effective ways of teaching it going into the future as well. So I think taking the time to kind of see the big picture of everything and create those different connections between all the information you're studying or learning is an incredible tool. So I highly suggest check out Rome Research, link in the description. I'll show a little bit. It is a little complicated at the beginning in terms of how to use it. It's pretty much just a note-taking app, but it's fantastic in being able to link between different ideas. So go give it a try. So something that just blows my mind every time I do a little bit of research on science education is just how much information is required to be a science educator. That this is the three-dimensional framework for science education, that there's science and engineering practices, or what practices are best to be taught for teaching students on how to be in the scientific community, and what engineers do using the study of science to progress their ideas, build projects, find solutions to problems, and understanding data, and then creating connections between the ideas of science and all four of the different disciplines, being physical, life, earth and space, or engineering and technology. When I remember going through high school, I just never really thought how far-reaching this information really was. So just a cool little interesting fact. And I've really just been on this whole kick of being able to try and create solidified connections between all the information I'm learning. You guys saw in my previous video about how many books I have, and it has definitely been a struggle to try and interconnect all the different pieces of information I've ever learned throughout my life. I think that's been one of my biggest challenges. So I've really been on this kick of using Rome Research. It's almost similar to Wikipedia in a way, that it has what are called bi-directional links, that you can hyperlink a idea specifically or a bullet point, and it creates its own page that you can fill with information about that, how it connects to other ideas. It's not just a linear form of note-taking, and it just creates this entire web of ideas and almost mimics the way our brains could look. So let's quickly take a look. And yes, I'm sorry I don't have software to show you the actual screen on my laptop. I'm just gonna film it, so apologies about probably the poor quality, but still I think this is an incredible app that you should take a look at. So this is Room Research, the note-taking app that we've been talking about, and this is my section on the biology textbook that I've been studying for a while. And we're just looking here at the intro chapter 1 to bioconcepts. Now say I wanted to link this section of the textbook to the disciplinary core ideas section of the K through 12 framework that we were talking about earlier. Now if I highlight this and put brackets around it, it'll make it its own link to a separate page that I've already created that includes all of those different standards. So being able to interlink those different ideas and easy accessibility, it just makes this app incredibly useful. And as you can see at the bottom, it's bi-directional linking. So if I want to go back to that section, I can just easily click here and go right back to it. So yeah, the link is in the description on how to use it. It does take a little bit of time to put in, to learn how to use the linking, to understand the references that you can make on one page and how to link them to others. It is a little complicated at the beginning, but once you kind of mess around with it, it gets pretty intuitive. It is very similar to the conceptual framework of Wikipedia, how you can link from one page to another. So I highly suggest reading the article in the description, making your own pages on Roam Research, and letting me know how it goes in the comments. And then as we talked about before, that this site is kind of creating like a network of ideas, it physically creates a mind concept map of all the different pages that you've created and how they interlink together. And this is kind of similar to how our brain works and showing all the different connections that all the ideas we have fit with one another. We just got done doing 20 minutes Orange Theory. Terrible. But I think we're just gonna relax for the rest of the day.
Eat. Oh, I'm starving.
I'm not. As I said, guys, article and link to Roam Research down below. Check it out. Let me know what you think. And well, yeah.
And as always, have a good rest of your day.